Hello, my name is Stacy. We're at the Fox Valley Antique Show in St. Charles, and I'm going to show you a couple of items that we have for sale at the moment. I'm going to talk about these two pistols we have. We deal in antique firearms, and I know a lot of people don't like guns, but they're a fascinating part of history, and they're a part of our history whether we like it or not. These two guns were made in about 1780, 1790 by one of the top London gunmakers. His name was Durs Egg, and in the 18th century, the late 1700s, he was one of the go-to gunmakers that people went to have their private firearms made. I love to explain some of the modern-day expressions we use that are associated with our use of guns all those years ago. This ignition system is called a flintlock, and the way you fire it is you pull back close this, fill this with powder, and when you pull the trigger, the flint makes a spark and fires the gun. Well, as a safety issue, there's a position called half-cock, and the gun shouldn't fire when it's at the half-cock position. But if it does, then there's something wrong with it, and it's gone off half-cocked, and that's where we get that expression from today. This little pan here is filled with black powder, and you close this, which is called the frizzen, and if you fire it and the spark doesn't ignite the pan, the powder in the pan, that's called a flash in the pan. And again, that's an expression that we all use today without even realizing that we're talking about firearms. And last, I always like to say, if you're talking about the whole assembly of the gun, you're talking about the lock, stock, and barrel. And lock, stock, and barrel, again, is an expression that we all use without even realizing we're talking about firearms. Now, these are a particularly nice pair, and as I said, they date from about 1700. Well, thank you for listening to me today. We hope to see you again, especially next year at the Fox Valley Antique Show, which will be in early 2016.